All right. We are at 8:33 and it is time to get started. Welcome to the 14th Annual Accessibility Fest, and this is the official part of Accessibility Fest. If you joined us yesterday, thank you for participating in our extra added attraction this year with our service provider track, we're going to call it, to help in furthering Disability SA's mission to strengthen organizations that serve individuals with disabilities in our community. But today is all about the part of our mission that is to educate, advance, and engage individuals with disabilities by sharing information, creating opportunities, and just making sure that people with disabilities are engaged in our local community. So this orientation this morning is to kind of orient you to the WOVA app so that your experience today is a good one, is a pleasant one. So I am going to walk you through the features of the platform. There's two ways that you can get into the platform. One is through your browser by clicking on the invite link that went out in your email, but you can also do it on your phone. And so I'm going to share my phone with you. I'm just learning all sorts of things this year. So obviously you'll find your app on your phone and you'll click on it, and that's going to take you into the WOVA app. So the first platform we're going to talk about is the browser platform, but then I'm also going to just walk you around what it looks like in the event app on your phone. The only difference between the two is within the app on the phone, you're going to have access to this photos session, which I do not believe is available on the browser access. Yeah, it's not. So walking around, what are the highlights and where are you going to want to go? So obviously your home is your home screen. This is just a little welcome screen for the day. You're going to find the agenda with all the sessions under the agenda tab in the app. It's going to be, this is going to be interesting. Oh, it's this second button down here. Here's your home button and here's your agenda button. And when you click on the agenda, it's going to take you to that the sessions for today. I do want to make sure that you realize you need to toggle over to today. I don't know if it will automatically pull up Friday or not, but we are in Saturday. Welcome to Saturday. And so you'll want to make sure that that day is highlighted so that you can see all of the sessions that are going on today. We have a variety of sessions, from demonstrations to conversations to activities. And for the activities, you are going to want to pull together your supplies, which are listed, I think they're listed in the meetup. So my agenda. The other really kind of neat thing about your agenda is that you can add things to your agenda. So if you don't want to see all of the sessions throughout the day, because you can't go to all of them, some of them are overlapping, you can simply add something to your agenda. I highly recommend not adding it to your calendar because then it gets a little crazy. But then when you're in your agenda and you want to just see the things you signed up for, you can toggle over to my agenda. Okay. And what that looks like in the app is when you're in here, you can, let's see, when we're going to make sure that we're on today, which we are. We see that Saturday, October 3rd is highlighted. And then you can add something to your agenda by clicking the this calendar button right here, and that's going to add it to your agenda. Again, I would say no reminder, because then it's going to ask you for your calendar and all sorts of things. And then you can just click on My Agenda to see the things that you've signed up to attend today. And then you don't have to see everything all the time. And so that makes it a little bit of a cleaner experience. Okay, so the next section I want to go to is the attendee section. And this is where you can see everybody who is attending today as and interact with them. So if you see somebody you know in here, go ahead and send them a message and say, hey, I'm attending too. It's a great way to connect and interact. And this application is really all about connecting and interacting and engaging in the conference or in the Accessibility Fest today. So in the app, you'll see it in the middle button on the bottom is your attendees. And so when you click on that, again, it just looks like this. This recommended, browse attendees by recommended. If you selected interests when you signed up and registered and filled out your profile, the recommended is going to pull up people that have common interests as you do. So you can connect with people who are looking for the same things. And on the browser application, you can just type in your interest here, and it will help pull up people who have some common interests as you do. Now this community section is going crazy with a lot of interactions right now. We have our virtual meetups. And with the meetups, this is where I think you can find like that fall craft. Yeah, they have their list of supplies to bring to the session today. They're making a super cute activity. So if you're going to that session, here's the list of supplies that you might need. In the phone app, it's going to be this community right here down at the bottom. And when we click on that, you have your organizer announcements. Here's the virtual meetups. And again, just so we are doing apples to apples, here's that fall craft that we were just talking about. So you can engage in that. But also within this section are a lot of just different conversations that people are having on all sorts of different topics. And so this is a really great way to interact, to share some of your concerns, to voice opinions, to engage in conversation about, you know, what is the importance of faith in your, what is that, in your life. And we got some people talking about what that looks like for them. You know, pre-employment transition services. We have some people talking about what's going on with that, modified bags for families. So there's just a lot of really good discussions in here. And then you can also, if you're interested in a conversation, you can click to follow it. Okay, and then once that's activated, when you click on followed, you're not looking at all of the topics. You're just looking at the ones that are relative to what you've selected, right? It's just the ones that you're following. Okay. And if you're in the browser, it looks very similar. And you go down and you can just follow these. If you're just looking for the ones that you're following, you can click on the followed tab and it'll just pull up the conversations that you're interested in. Here's what events are coming up in October, which is Disability Awareness Month. And so you can find all of those things in here. Here's the new topics that people have just posted recently since the last time I checked. You can, it has it divided out pretty well. So the next section I want to talk about is our exhibitor section. This is our exhibitor hall. So for those of you who have attended Accessibility Fest in the past, this is, and a lot of the exhibitors have uploaded videos and stuff. So in here is where you're going to be able to visit with exhibitors, interact with exhibitors, ask exhibitors questions. A lot of them have informational videos, they have applications and brochures that you can download. You can sign up for their deals and offers. And this is, you know, if they have a drawing at their booth where they're drawing for a prize, this is where you can enter into that. You can chat with the exhibitors. Everybody is on monitoring their exhibitor booth today, so you can interact directly with the representative from that organization. And the other, yeah, is the passport function on the browser? I don't, so that's the other difference between this, the website platform and the phone. On the phone, if you're in the app, you're going to go back to your home screen, and then you're going to scroll down to the bottom section. And here, this leaderboard is kind of a gaming function. So you're collecting points for each interaction that you do within the app. This is that photo section that I was talking about that you can't find on the web browser. And then this is how you're going to find your exhibitors. You can go through your passport or your exhibitor tab down here in order to interact with the exhibitor. Your passport is going to be where you're collecting stamps for the exhibitor booths that you've visited. If you collect 35 stamps, you'll be entered into one of our drawings today. And we will actually have our prizes posted up on a community board in this section down here. In a little while. I'll be posting those up soon. So you can come over here and look for a board that's going to talk about today's drawing prizes. We have them available for the leaderboard, which looks like this. Looks like Nick has a lot of points. He's been clicking through. I think he visited all of the exhibitor booths this morning. And then Marion is in a close second with Natalia. They've been challenging each other to interact and engage and message on boards and meet and greet with other people. So they've already collected quite a few points this morning. And you can also look at just your points as well by clicking on this button right up here, and it's just going to pull up your information only. There's mine. I'm not even ranked. I'm doing very poorly in my point collection this morning. Well, that's fun. I'm just going to dismiss that. Okay, if that was you calling, I apologize. I had to hang up on you. The photos, this is a place where you can upload photos. This is also the place where if you're participating in the shoebox parade that you can upload the photo of your float that you've created. And you can also go in here and like and comment on the different photos that are, so you see I just clicked my little like button here, and because I think that's the cutest little ladybug I've ever seen in my whole life. Let's see. So again, coming back to the passports and the exhibitors, the passport, you're going to come in and you're going to collect stamps for each of the booths that you've visited. And so when you click on one of these booths, you're going to want to go through a series of 3 steps. You're going to want to like. You're going to want to click on this Deals and Offers tab. And you're going to want to
It very much is. I much prefer to be in person or behind the scenes, I guess. But so
claim the deals and offers, like the booth, and post a comment. So the other thing that you're going to want to do is post a comment. So every time you like, post a comment, and click on this deals and offers for each of those, you will get a passport stamp. If you're not interested in the passport contest, you can just go to this exhibitors tab, and here everything is organized by types of service. So you can go through and look for exhibitors in the areas of interest to you. And on the website browser, you can also sort by topic by clicking. This is going to start playing again. By clicking on the topic area over here. Okay. And that is, again, there's the chat function, there's the like function. Everything is here in the online app. This last section is messages. So if another attendee is engaged in the session today, sees your name and says, hey, I know that person, they might send you a message, and that's going to appear here. Also, the polls that we have coming out from Accessibility Fest are going to appear in your messages, and we encourage you to open and respond to these as you receive them. You can chat with the speakers if you would like to for today through the speaker and VIP chat room. And then, I don't know, that may just be on mine because I'm an administrator, who knows. But anyway, this is the area where you can interact and engage and get involved with the sessions as well. If you're in the web browser, the session Q&A, this is how you can easily access the Q&A for each of the sessions that you want to attend. But you can also get through to that from your view session under your agenda. Right, here's the chat for today. Hi, Catherine. So there's a couple of different ways to interact. What that looks like on the phone is the messages is right down here. You can see all of the interactions that are happening on my phone right now. But also, again, if I go back over to the agenda by clicking this button down here, and I go into a session, I can participate in the Q&A by clicking on that button right there. If I want to ask a question, I can push the button down there. All right. All of the documents that are uploaded by the exhibitors are in here. If I just want to look at the Q&A by itself, then I can go right here. And here's today's, where's the welcome? Right there. Disability essay welcome. That's the session that we're in right now. And it gets me to the same spot. So 2 ways to get to one spot. If you want to just read about the speakers for today, you can do that. The exhibitors, we already went through that. The polls, this is another way. Remember I showed you could get to the polls through the messages, but you can also on the phone app get to it by clicking on that polls section, and you can respond to the polls right through this part of the app. All right, so I think I've kind of gone through the highlighted features for both the phone. You're going to see some things up here that are just because I'm part of the moderator and speaker, so these are probably not going to be on your phone. You're going to be just more interested in these additional resources down here, as well as these options down at the bottom. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to stop talking. We have about 6 minutes before I have to hop off and get our first session ready for today.